Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Theta. This is going to be a quick update, and we're going to take a look at some levels that I'm targeting at the moment. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Theta is sitting at an $800 million market cap, and we've seen a pretty significant correction here. We haven't reached the March 2024 tops and highs quite yet, and we're seeing another massive correction here in the altcoins. And the narrative that I'm going with is that the altcoins haven't seen their regular bull market pump yet. We haven't had that massive alt season. The total 3 didn't break through a massive resistance and just rally, which I still think is going to come. However, when it does come, it's very possible it's going to be quicker than in previous cycles. But of course, this is not financial advice, this is just my opinion. Now let's jump into the weekly chart. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. Let me remove this for now. Alright, so this is what we're looking at for Theta. We have this massive support block here, and I've had it on this chart for a very long time. Anywhere between 77 cents down to 60 cents is an amazing buying opportunity. I'm going to add these two price tags so you can take a look at that. So those two prices are going to be mark the top and the bottom of this block, and you can see we were in this block multiple times way back in 2020, in 2023, and then multiple times here in 2023, and then the beginning of actually it was October 2023 when we started breaking out of there, and now we're coming back to retest that area as support. So hopefully we have a bounce from 77 cents, and that's going to be it for this correction. Hopefully we don't go any lower. And at the moment, if we're going to be targeting the bottom for this wave 2, then we're potentially looking at 77 cents. Then we have our wave 3, wave 4, and then our wave 5 potentially taking us to new all-time highs. But again, with the way Theta has been performing, I don't know if we're going to be looking at new all-time highs. Okay, we are in March 2025, and that doesn't mean that we have to adhere to previous cycles and that we specifically have to play out the way we played out the last few times. However, we do have to kind of look at the previous cycles and at least see what the possibilities are. So if we were to do that, September to November is where our top is likely going to be, unless we have a massive rally in the next 2 months. So that is where my stance is. And if that happens, then of course Theta could have more time to regroup, essentially, refuel its tanks, and then have another go at $6, at $12 here, and potentially the all-time high would be the top for this cycle for Theta, topping at $13 billion market cap, which is slightly more than a 13x from where we are at the moment. So that is a really good buying area in my opinion. And if we take a look at the RSI right now on the weekly, we are entering this block. And we've had this. I did not draw this right now. This was already on the charts because we've been talking about these levels for a very long time. Feel free to check out my previous Theta videos. So every single time we enter this block since June 2020, or rather, sorry, May 2022, we have had a move to the upside, whether it was a short-term bounce or a more significant pump to the upside like this one from September 2023 into February 2024. And I do think it's possible we're going to see a bounce from here once again. Potentially this bounce will take us all the way up to that blue range above us. So what's going to happen is we're going to bounce from here and head straight to that block, potentially for a quick rejection. That's what I'm looking at. Again, great buying opportunities based on the RSI, based on the stochastic. We have a really good buying zone. Again, we're in the oversold, just like we were back in August, July 2024, and that was your consolidation period on the price action chart right before this pump to the upside. In terms of the MACD, we just printed a bearish cross in January, and this is your downtrend confirmation. The last time we had a bearish cross was back in April 2024, and that essentially confirmed the downtrend, and we continued lower from there. So it's possible we're going to see a similar situation where it takes a few weeks for us to recover. This total correction was approximately 75%, and this correction over here is already 75%. So both of these corrections are the exact same percentage, but this one is just a little bit lower because this high was a little bit lower, of course, than the March 2024 high. And then, of course, once the MACD starts printing that bullish cross, that could be a looking glass, an indicator that we could potentially reverse in the short term. And of course, the weekly 20 EMA and the 55 EMA are printing a bearish cross, and that is a negative sign. Of course, that is a confirmation of the downtrend, and that doesn't scream bear market necessarily for the entire market, because as long as Bitcoin doesn't do that, then we should be good for continuation. However, I have to point out the fact that we haven't broken through our March 2022 resistance, and that is around $4. That is what rejected us back in 2022, sent us into this bear market, and then we came back up and sort of rejected off of that exact same area around, $3.60 to $4. We got rejected at the same point twice, and the next high was even lower, which was not a good sign, obviously, because if you print a lower high, that shows weakness in the trend. So that is the TLDR on Theta. I did sell my position way back here at $1.22, I believe, sometime in December. So I rode 45% to the upside, and I was okay with that. And I moved my money into other assets, into other coins. But Theta is a long coin, an older coin that has been in the market since 2018. So if you're expecting this to have a 50 to 100x, then I would say it's not very likely in this cycle. Thank you all for watching this video. Let me know what is your expectation from Theta. I'm not going to give you, $40, $50 right now, because I don't want to just give you prices for the sake of giving prices. Unless we break through $3.95, then we're not really going to be looking at some massive targets to the upside. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.